America's coffee drinking culture is something that really fascinates me. How does a country that barely knows what a coffee tree looks like yield billions of dollars in coffee products? I grew up in Uganda and later moved to the US. Although coffee farming is very common in Uganda, coffee shops are not. Coffee drinking is not a culture in Uganda. When I was young, I could tell you what raw and ripe coffee looks like. I could not tell you what coffee actually tastes like. Later, when I was adopted, I grew up watching my American parents drink a cup of coffee every single day, maybe two. On the other hand, we as children had a cup of tea. Yes, tea every single day. I rarely saw my American parents hold a cup of tea. If it was tea or coffee, it was always going to be coffee. When I moved to America, I realized that it was not just a preference. It was bigger than that. In America, every street corner has a coffee shop. It was bigger than just a preference of tea or coffee. It was a ritual. It was a tradition. It was a way for people to come together. You have probably ever heard, let's grab coffee together. Let's go out for coffee. Invitation for socializing in America. Let's have coffee together. The same way we as Ugandans would socialize during evening tea. In Uganda, it is almost 5 times more expensive to buy a cup of coffee than it is to access a cup of tea. Many coffee farmers cannot tell you what a caramel macchiato or vanilla latte looks like or even tastes like, and yet they know what raw and ripe coffee looks like. They can almost smell it. A lot of coffee that is grown in Uganda is made for exporting and it is not available to the locals to drink. Maybe this is why the tradition did not stick. Tea drinking culture in Uganda is the coffee drinking culture in America. Everybody starts their day with a cup of tea and in the evening ends their day with a cup of tea. In America, a lot of people will start their day by drinking coffee and later through the day will have a second or third. The business of a coffee shop would of Starbucks, where coffee is the main thing that they serve, and they will have maybe minimal pastries, would not even thrive in Uganda. Coffee drinking culture is so very small. You would not thrive. Not enough people buy coffee. Buying in how expensive coffee is, the business would not thrive. The tea drinking coffee in America is nothing compared to the coffee drinking culture. Many restaurants in America will not offer a hot tea option on their menu, just like in Uganda, many of them don't offer the option of coffee, not even black coffee. They will offer iced tea, which is tea with ice cubes. This is an offense to so many Africans. Africans as a collectives. If you ever serve cold tea to your guests, it is very, very rude. It is disgusting. Just like if you came to my house and I offered you a very cold room temperature coffee. Hi, ew. Anyways, what are your thoughts on the tea and coffee drinking traditions between America and Uganda? Do you drink tea? Do you drink coffee every single morning?